So you can see we've done the blue color, which I think it turned out pretty well. It's really, really, really looking like a Sentinel now with the blue and the magenta. You can see it's got a little rust coming through, and I did a little bit of rust inside the bullet holes, so you can see a little bit of the silver. And you can, I don't know if it can show up on the thing. You can see a little bit of the silver, but you can also see that it's mainly rusted out. And I had to do touch-ups on all the rust areas here because it came off when the tape came off. Some of it did. So it looks pretty good, even on the back where you really won't see, but it still looks pretty good. So I feel good about that. You can see I drilled out holes for the eyes to mount the little LEDs that are going to go in there. It will eventually be its eyes. Let's see, what else? And the arms the same. They've got the same color scheme, and everything's going to be matching. That'll be up like that. It's going to be very cool. This will be laying down here. Then I finished out the armature for the arm, which looks pretty cool, I think. It's got the cogs up in here to look like the shoulder rotation. Everything is rusted out. I had just some orange wire that I got from Home Depot, and then I just took some, acrylic, like cream paint, put it in a napkin, and then just pulled that through there. I did the same thing with the cheap phone charger that I got from the dollar store. I just did the same thing with that, just pulled it through there to dirty it up a little bit. And then you can see we just threaded the wire through the part of the compass where the mechanical pencil used to be. You can't really even tell where that used to be. So this will go up inside the arm like so, and then this can open up the arm piece there so that we can put this inside of there and thread the cables and everything through there, and then it will just go right back together again like so. Very cool. The hand turned out really well. You can see it was like it had its hand out when it got blasted that destroyed the arm. You can see that there's we can still see some rust in the palm, and that the color has been stripped out, and that like most of the parts been blasted away except where you see some of the blue and the metal. I had just put the masking fluid all in here, and then I shot it with the blue. Looks pretty good. And then I peeled it all off, and that's what it looks like. And same thing for this and for the body. I'm going to go back with some oil and some paint thinner to make this really, really thin, and this is called engine grease. So it's what it's used for doing a pin wash, so it makes it, add a little detail, like some oil was leaking in it, and it'll give it some dimensionality. That'll be one of the things I'll do at the very end. That will really look good. You can see this is the reflector for the little cheap flashlight that's going to go up inside the chest. So it was too silvery, so I just took some silver paint mixed with black and made some kind of gray, muddy gray, and I just painted the inside of that so it won't be so new and reflective looking. And I opened the body up and tried to put it inside, and it wouldn't fit flush up against the inside because if you can see these little areas here, these little indentions here and here, those go underneath where it's molded. So this little round area would not go flush up against there. So I had to take a Dremel and I had to make little notches in there. So I was going to hot glue it into place, but I can't get the hot glue gun. It won't open up wide enough for me to get the hot glue gun in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some little glue dots and put them around the edge here. And then I can get my hands up and far enough in there to mount that superficially, so it'll hold it into place. And then I'm just going to get some of the sculpting clay that I made the head with, and I'm just going to make some sculpting clay and just mush that all around the edges. And when that hardens, that'll hold it permanently. I'm thinking about doing the same thing with mounting the arm on the inside. You won't see this gaff tape that's holding all the wires together. So I'm just thinking about putting some sculpting putty up inside the arm and then mounting that. But I think you can just stick it in there, and I think it'll look just as good that way. So I don't even know if I need to do that. So that's where we are now, and we'll continue to keep you posted.